Welcome back, math friends. Today we are taking a look at our first lesson, variables in algebra. You're going to need your math notebook. You need something to write with because you're going to be taking notes while you watch this video. Please don't use the closed captions because you need to hear videos as well as see them while they're being played to learn at the maximum levels. All right, so today we're talking about variables in algebra. A couple vocabulary things to take care of right away. What is a variable? Well, a variable is just a letter that is used to represent one or more numbers. Examples of variables, you know what letters are, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Those are variables. Please write this down. And if you need to, pause the video whenever necessary so that you can write the information down. Our next vocabulary item is a variable expression. What is that? Well, a variable expression is a collection of numbers, variables, and math operations all put together. And here are some examples. Make sure you write these down. Here's the expression. So in this case, we have 8y, or 8 multiplied by y, that's what that dot is, or 8 next to the variable y. You'll notice the y is in parentheses. All three of these represent multiplication, and it means 8 times y. 8y, 8 dot y, 8 parentheses y. It's all multiplying. In the next example, we have 16 over m, or 16 division symbol m, and that means we're dividing. That means 16 divided by m. So it's always the top number divided by the bottom number. Kind of looks like a fraction in that form. And you're going to see this a lot in that form. 4 plus a. Well, that's adding, right? 4, addition sign a, that's adding. That means 4 plus a. And then we have 9, subtraction sign x. That means we're subtracting, right? So that's 9 minus x. Those are all different expressions, single operation expressions. Now, to evaluate an expression, you're going to replace the variable with a given number and perform the operation. So when we evaluate an expression, okay, replace the variable, perform the operation. So in this case, we want to evaluate when y equals 2. So that means y has a value of 2. So we have 8y, that's 8 times y. In this case, y is 2. 8 times 2, that's 16. Right? In this case, this is 10 over y, 10 divided by y, so that's 10 divided by 2, because y is equal to 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, y plus 3, so y is 2, so that's 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 14 minus y, well, if y has a value of 2, that's 14 minus 2, and 14 minus 2 is 12. That's evaluating an expression, and that comes in really handy after you've found the solution to an equation. You can check your solution by substituting that number for the variable and working through the equation. Now, when do we use variable expressions? Well, we often use them when we have specific formulas. Like if you want to find your average speed that you're traveling, you calculate the distance divided by the time that you traveled. How far did you go divided by the time? So distance divided by time, or d divided by t. So in this case, if you traveled 180 miles from Pasco, Washington to Wolf Lodge, Idaho in 3 hours, you can find your average speed. We know the distance divided by time, right? The distance is 180 miles. The time was 3 hours. And 180 divided by 3, 180 divided by 3 is 60. So that is 60 miles per hour. You traveled an average rate of 60 miles per hour. That's where these expressions come in handy. Now in geometry, we can use expressions to find certain measurements. So the perimeter, that's the distance around a triangle. The perimeter of a triangle is equal to the sum of the lengths of its sides. So you have to add all the sides of a triangle together to get its perimeter. So we can find the perimeter of this. A plus B plus C. Well, A is 8 plus B is 15 plus C is 17. Okay, well, let's see. I don't do very well adding across on 8 and 15 and 17 like that. Or you could use a calculator. 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 7 is 20. Carry my 2. And 2 plus 1 is 4. So this triangle has a perimeter of 40 units. Don't know what the unit, oh, it's feet. Feet, the dimensions are in feet. 40 feet. Okay, so that's how we use these things. In finances, we use it there too. If you deposit $300 in the bank account that pays an annual interest of 2.5%, how much simple interest will you earn after 2 years? Well, the simple interest formula is the principal, which is the amount that you put in, which was the 300, multiplied by the rate, which is 2.5%, and then times the time that it's in there. So we would write this out as, and this is P times R times T. So PRT is P times R times T. Okay, so the principal is 300 times the rate, which is 2.5%. We have to change that to a decimal. 2.5%. We can move the decimal back 2 places, so that's burp, burp. So it would be 0.025. So it's 300 times 0.025 times 2 years. All right, let me grab my calculator real quick. All right, now 300 times 0.025 times 2 is 15. So what does that mean? Well, in 2 years, at an interest rate of 2.5%, $300 will earn $15 in interest just by sitting there. So that's a variable expression. P times R times T. And then you just substitute the values in for the variables, and you're good to go. All right, well, that's the end of the lesson. How about that? Less than 10 minutes. And now you're ready for the practice problems. Now, you can find the practice problems here, and you can pause here and either write it all down, or you can go back to the page where you found this video link, and you can click on the practice link, and it'll take you to another page, and you can copy it down from there. Either way is fine. Have a great day. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you next time.